Morning.
Morning, Your Honor. Jason Lambert, Ulysses Farragut for Mr. Merritt. He's in custody.
Morning. I have read your motion pursuant to Rule 7.4b. What's the state's position on the motion?
Your Honor, having reviewed defense motion, and for the record, the state, that motion is in part informed by a release of some information, specifically a report by a ballistic expert, Luke Haig, to the defense on Friday. The state will defer to the court's discretion.
Based upon the written motion, the materials submitted pursuant to court order under seal, the court does find a material fact not presented earlier that would justify a modification of release conditions. It's ordered, therefore, modifying release conditions to reduce the bond amount to 0, but otherwise retain the other terms, which included electronic monitoring. I'm sorry, Mr. Lamb.
Your Honor, if I may be heard on the electronic monitoring, we're actually asking the defense, we're modifying our request somewhat. When we filed our motion, we asked for electronic monitoring. However, there has been a material change in circumstance, and as Mr. Leiter alluded to, the report of Mr. Haig, and I'm going to be as limited as I can for purposes of this record. Essentially, the only evidence was the link between the gun pawned by Mr. Merritt and the bullets. The state's own expert now says that the identification or match that DPS made does not exist. So, with all due respect, Your Honor, Mr. Merritt, there's no evidence against it to show, that he's responsible for this. He is no more the I-10 freeway shooter than respectfully you are, Your Honor. There's no suggestion that he's a flight risk. I think the weight of the evidence, based on the totality of the circumstances, under the B6 factor, suggests that there's no reason not to give him an OR release, unless the state can proffer some other evidence, other than the ballistics, that he is responsible for these offenses. Your Honor, there's no reason he's not going to appear. He has every incentive to appear through the disposition of this case.
Well, I did review the original risk assessment, and it was somewhat skewed because at the time they thought it was a no-bond situation. But in evaluating that, I do believe, using all of the factors in 3967, that pretrial services is appropriate with electronic monitoring just for location. That you have no contact with the victims, that you live at the residence that you provide, all court dates. Mr. Merritt, I had set a bond because I wanted you to have skin in the game. The work that your lawyers have done, your case is stronger you sitting next to counsel than not sitting next to counsel. You understand that? Yeah. This trial will proceed without you, whether if you choose not to come. Do you understand that? Right.
And Your Honor, I'm sorry, with regard to the electronic monitoring, since the court is indicating location only, does he need to have a curfew, and can it be installed after he is released from custody within 24 hours? And if we need to get him there, we'll do it ourselves.
I don't know the logistics of how it works, so I will have them defer to them as to how it works. I guess I should have asked Mr. Merritt, where you're living, does it have a landline?
No, but we can get one.
All right. Again, I'm going to order it. If it's not feasible, come back and tell me why it's not feasible.
And will the court seal the release order with the address that he provides?
Will include, yes, the fact that it includes Mr. Merritt's address, it will be sealed. The court had set a evidentiary hearing for the 29th based upon a brief conference with counsel. The court will vacate that and set a status conference.
26.
What's the date that they gave you? What date did you get?
May 18th, Your Honor.
May 18th? May 18th, Ms. Olsika, that works? Mr. Lamb, that works?
Thank you.
Mr. Merritt, you need to come back. Excuse me, you need to come back May 18th. If you don't come, a warrant would be issued for
There, sir.
All right. Anything else for today, Mr. Leiter, Ms. Olsika?
Judge, there was...
Based on Mr. Lamb's original motion, I believe there was an April 26th motion.
Vacate all dates. So the next date we'll see everybody is May 18th.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Lamb, Mr. Farragut, anything else for today?
I think that'll do it. Thank you.
All right, we'll see you back here on May 18th. There's some paperwork to fill out first, Mr. Merritt.